Today we're testing electric bikes. This is the X2 Pro. We're also testing the N5 Pro from Freego, and they're amazing. This is the X2 Pro, and it's a Class 3 e-bike. That means that it goes under 28 miles an hour and it has pedals. But what's unique about it, there's a magic little switch that takes in the off-road mode where it goes up to 50 miles an hour. Now this bike is heavier than you'd expect, but because it's electric and it has so much torque, you don't feel a lot of the weight. It's very special. So this bike also has several inches of travel, and we've been riding it around campgrounds, on fire roads, on single track trails and stuff, and the suspension overall is really good as long as you don't beat it up. If you try to abuse it and try to go really aggressive, you're going to find that it's soft. So this is still a bicycle. You can just use it as pedals alone. You can use a pedal assist, which is amazing for uphills, going fast if you want to do that, or you can go into the off-road mode and really cut loose. So like all electric bikes, this thing has a headlight and it has a horn, but the coolest thing is that this thing can go up to 50 miles an hour. Yeah. 50 miles an hour, and it's only $2,300, so to me that's impressive. The value on these things has really come a long way, and the range on it is quite well. Depending on how much you use for the power setting and everything else, you can go 35 to 60 miles. I don't care who you are, this bike is going to put a smile on your face. The computer actually has 3 different modes. It has an eco, an enduro, and a sport mode, depending on how much traction control you want and acceleration. In testing, we got this thing to 75 miles an hour as indicated on this really cool computer. This is a complete dirt bike. And for reference, this is the size of a small, let's say Honda CRF 150. It also has adjustable suspension front and rear, and it has a 19-inch tire in the front, an 18 tire in the rear, and it has disc brakes up front and in the back. This bike costs around $4,000, which to me is a really good value, a bargain of anything. And it also has really good ground clearance, has fenders front and rear that do a really good job, and all the controls and the crossbarless handlebar, man, it just feels comfortable. It just feels so natural. You know, I'm an average size guy. I'm 5'10", so you know, on this bike, it has plenty of room. I'm able to move around. Has a seat that goes all the way up to the triple clamps. So you know, depending on how aggressive you want to be entering a corner, you know, being able to plant the front wheel, or if you want to ride in the back, if you're going over some rough stuff, you know, it has a lot of versatility. So the 3 different modes are radically different. In the eco mode, you're able to get a lot more battery life, and it's very, very mellow. And you know, it's a fun mode. You know, I use that a bunch when I'm going around camp. Has an enduro mode that has more power. It's more aggressive and stuff, but the really big thing, the impressive side, is when you get into sport mode. That's where this thing will break loose on the traction pretty easily. It will pull wheelies throughout. So here's my friend Spencer Grassi to tell you more about it when we tested in Washington.
Today I rode the Freego N5 Pro electric motorcycle, and I have to say, big things do come in a small package. I felt the range of the bike was great. It was long enough for my ride. It was about a 2-hour ride, ripping around the track in the yard. It was perfect. My favorite thing about electric bikes is the torque. It's just instant torque, instant fun. You never have to build up power to get through anything. You just rip the throttle and you're there. The things I liked about this bike is it felt steady the whole time. It felt pretty planted. Didn't really have to guess, didn't feel unstable. Was able to rip through the corners with a little bit of practice, and it was really nice. Great frame. This is absolutely a bike I would ride every day. It's perfect to ride around the yard, the house, the campsite. It's really low maintenance, easy to take care of. So great to get out on a bike and get some practice in every day. Yeah, this bike felt great over any terrain. The suspension was soft enough that it ate up any of the bumps, and stiff enough where when I jumped it, I didn't feel like I was going to blow out my ankles or anything like that. It was really, really nice.
So bottom line is, if you're looking for a really good value and a compromise between cost and performance, this is a bike you need. For more information, read the link in the description, and we highly recommend this. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're growing every day, and every single person helps.